What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the We Want Florida podcast. Game three, Edmonton Oilers versus Florida Panthers just wrapped up. Uh, Florida Panthers 6-1, take a 2-1 lead in the series. Didn't see an overtime game,
Thank
had it
God.
finish in regulation. But 6-1, we said that we wouldn't see the blowout game in this series. You, is this the blowout game of the series?
I mean, it is definitely a blowout. I mean, it's in more ways than one. I mean, it was a blowout for all right, come on. It was a blowout for, every aspect of the game. I know fighting's not, really looked
We
at to
won
be an
that too.
yeah, it's not really
We
looked
won
at to
that
be an
too.
aspect of the game in the Stanley Cup. I mean, not everybody's like, "Oh, you won the fights," but it's a big deal, dude. It really is. It's. I mean, win fights like that, their other team, I mean, they completely lost their composure, bro. I mean, it was beautiful to see. I mean, dude, Wallman and oh my God, Wallman and Evander Kane, they looked like the jackasses in our barn today. So, I mean, it was great to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of those type of games for the rest of the series. But yeah, like Joe said, that was just Edmonton. I don't even know what happened with them today. That was just ridiculous how they lost their composure. And it seemed like there was a whistle every 10 seconds from a guy getting a 10-minute misconduct in the third period. They had like six guys on the bench at the end of the game. I mean, look, the Florida Panthers, they're gonna get inside your head. You got to limit that. The Leafs were the best team at doing that, but man, the Oilers just could not handle it tonight.
Yeah, we talked about the momentum, keeping the momentum up. And what a way to maintain that momentum is just to get in their head, fluster them in every way possible. Offense, defense, goaltending, which we'll get into. Um, every aspect of the game, we got them. And just what a game to, this is our first game home of this Stanley Cup Finals. So what a game to give to the fans.
Absolutely. I mean, what else could you ask for? Also, side note, I just got a Twitter notification. It's also Paul Maurice's 1,000th career win tonight. So
Shout out Paul Maurice.
shout out Paul Maurice.
So AJ Greer back in tonight. Jesper Boquist out. We saw that. Was the fourth line that we saw tonight, which was physical, everything that you want to see out of a fourth line. Was this the best version of the fourth line that we've seen and that we're gonna see in this series?
Yeah, absolutely. Like that was the fourth line playing the fourth line hockey that you want, being physical, getting inside the head of the other team, and AJ Greer and Jonah Gadjevich and even Nosek. Those fights, those are entertaining. They were going crazy. Saw Gadjevich like a few times. The camera panned to him. Got blood on the face. Just get
Brother.
looking at the Oilers with a big smile on his face,
Tongue out,
and
tongue out a couple
tongue out.
times.
This is my
That was
this is my favorite post right now. How it started
yeah,
versus how it's going. That's
yeah. I mean,
beautiful.
that was the exact type of game you would want from a fourth line, and that's what we want. Like we don't need them to score goals, like we've said that obviously, and they're a fourth line for a reason. They're not skilled like that, but be physical and get inside the other team's head. What a game from them!
Yeah, so with all that being said, we wore them down, lots of penalties, game misconducts, fights. I've seen something tonight that I've never seen before. And that was Jake Wallman squirting water to our bench. I've never, I
I
don't know,
mean,
maybe I just haven't watched enough
besides
games.
besides the 10-minute misconduct, he's gonna have a bad night when he looks in his checkbook later and there's a couple of fines sitting in there for him. I'm sure that's not the first thing on his mind. I mean, he's in the Stanley Cup, but man, I mean, it's what we were talking about. It's complete composure loss. I mean, you know, they're gonna have a meeting in that locker room and they're gonna, regroup and go, what just happened? I mean, And that's what our players do. We crawl under their skin. It's what we do. You just love to see it.
Yeah, that was just pathetic what I saw from the Oilers at the end of that game. Pathetic. And Wallman, yeah, he's him and a bunch of other guys. It was Nurse, it was Perry
Kane.
at the end, Kane, just a bunch of just undisciplined plays that you can't do in the Stanley Cup final. And all I could think about was last year when Connor McDavid yelled at them in the locker room, thinking,
Yeah.
man, he better do that again to get this team back into it because they just lost their head. Everyone. That was just, what are you doing? It's Stanley Cup. You cannot let that happen. You know the Florida Panthers are going to play like that. Just can't happen. That was brutal.
I saw Draisaitl on the bench and he looked like absolute. I mean, and I feel like that wasn't even because of they were losing. I feel like in his head he was like, "This is embarrassing." I
Yeah, it
mean,
was complete
what is my
embarrassment.
team doing? I mean, he doesn't play that style of hockey. So I mean, I don't even know if that is a style of hockey at this point. I don't know what it is. It's not even, I don't know. I think he was just, I think he was more pissed off with the team than losing at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we saw. Hopefully, they don't rebound from this. Yeah, that would be great for us. But we said McDavid's a great captain. We saw what he did last year in the locker room. We'll see if that happens again. On the offensive side of things, we saw Brad Marchand, Sam Bennett back in the goal column, but we added some new guys to that as well. Aaron Ekblad, Carter Verhaeghe, Evan Rodriguez, and the call by Joe, Sam Reinhart. I, I'm a little worried here because you guys have both called a game a goal scorer. I haven't called anything yet. So that's my goal. That's my goal for this series. I am going to make some prediction, whether it's a score of a game, whether it is a goal score.
Hey, you got the score right in game two.
Wait. Can I ask you a prediction here?
Hmm.
Who's in the net next game?
Oh,
Oh,
we're getting to that. We're
yeah, we'll
getting to
get
that.
we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Trust me,
Yeah,
because we talked about that. I think even in episode 1,
yeah,
how Skinner. It, we see Skinner get pulled if we get to them, and that's exactly what happened. But save that.
yep.
We saw some power play goals again, which has almost been non-existent at home.
Yep.
So that was definitely a positive. I I was looking at this game and I was looking at the lines, looking at the players. Besides the penalties in the first period before things really escalated, I I couldn't find many negative points. Do you guys have any negative points that you would take away from this game?
No, I mean, like, I think that was just what a complete game from the top down, from first line to fourth line, from first D to 60 to Sergei Bobrovsky. I think everyone played a really good game tonight and just did their job. You know, power play looked good, penalty kill looked good, Florida Panthers looked good, Edmonton Oilers didn't look good, and
It's a win.
It's one of
It's
those
a
fun
win.
situations where you get to go up and down every single line and you have something
yeah,
good to say about. I mean, there was times in the past where, and in the past, like last game, where I was like, oh, Gadjevich offsides, oh, Gadjevich this, Gadjevich that. Dude, bro looked like, I don't even know, an inbred pit bull today. Absolute psycho on the ice. You just love to see it, dude. He did more than what I was expecting for a bounce back. I mean, it was cinema to say the least.
yeah. And
Yeah,
my takeaway from this game from the Panthers is, look, we got it once again. Brad Marchand did it again. Sam Bennett did it again. But hey, this game we finally got it from those first liners. I mean, what a
Absolutely.
game! Barkov wasn't even on the score sheet. Sir Alexander Barkov, Sasha Barkov had a really good game today with the puck. Really good penalty kill. Thought
Um,
the power play, the first couple looked a little stagnant, but he really figured it out. And Verhage scores 2 points, Reinhardt scores, and then
buddy,
Sam
that
Reinhart.
assist from Reinhardt.
About to say, yeah, Sam Reinhart. What a play that was to Aaron Ekblad on the power play. And we've seen the Panthers power play a lot in the past. Try to get Barkov, download a good truck to the slot for Reinhart, and boom, he scores it. But we haven't seen it a lot because teams have been taking it away. So what do? They try it again, but this time Reinhart slides it over and Aaron Ekblad puts it in the net. That was an adjustment right there, and that was
That's-
beautiful. I love to see that.
So I said Luosterainen on a goal. He didn't have a goal, but he did have 2 assists. I
Yeah.
mean, I'll take
Productive.
the 2 points. Yeah,
Yeah.
productive
Yeah,
game.
and that play he made to take the puck out of
Yes.
the D zone and get it to
Yes.
Sam Bennett to break away was all him right
Huge.
there. It was
Huge.
beautiful.
Yeah. So we saw Sergei Bobrovsky, another big game. I think it was 32 saves or
Yeah.
33
31
saves,
or
giving up,
32.
yeah, something right in that area, giving up 1 goal. This was He's been amazing all series. Don't take me wrong. This was definitely I don't think Edmonton had as many dangerous chances. I mean, they had a few. I didn't feel like they had as many in this game as they did in 1 and 2. I still think this was Sergei Bobrovsky's best game so far this series. You, you guys gonna agree with me on that, or you think he was better game 1, game 2?
I mean, for the circumstance. I mean, it's really, coming into an arena full of, welcoming fans. I mean, it just really, he settled down and did a job. Is it his, yeah, probably his best game. Yeah. I mean, it was another just episode of greatness from Bob. I mean, and then when your team's going like that, it just gets fun at that point, and you just feeling loose, and everything's just falling in place. Everything fell in place this game.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, it was his best game of the series just because, you got 1 goal compared to four, but um I think there was less out there for Edmonton compared to the other two games, and that was, testament to the Panther defense and how they locked it down today. You know, didn't really see Connor McDavid do and Leon Draisaitl do anything that like wowed you today. Like obviously they're unbelievable, but really didn't let them make any flashy plays. And obviously they didn't play a lot in the third period because of all the penalties and whatnot. But yeah, I thought Panthers defensively were locked down today in front of Bob, and then Bob made some, the saves he had to make.
Forsling
You,
again, man. Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah, I feel like
You
Bob didn't see the shots that he saw in game one and game two that were as high danger. But man, Bob just being Bob, he's been incredible.
you took away my next point. My next point, we were going to McDavid and Draisaitl. Silenced, locked down, shut down, whatever word you want to use. Draisaitl 2 shots on. No, sorry, Draisaitl no shots on goal. McDavid with 2. I think
Yeah,
that's how it ended up. Defense, great game.
yeah,
Even
Yeah.
got a goal.
Yeah, I
Ekblad.
mean, when you can get Draisaitl to have, I mean, no shots on goal, that's an incredible game. I mean, I did see though, if there was one thing, it's freaking Evan Bouchard, man, with 9 shots on goal. I mean, I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, he had 7 before the third period.
a lot of them probably were on the power play there,
Yeah,
but
it's just,
um, yeah, I think you go on the next point.
We saw Stuart Skinner get pulled. We're gonna stick with Edmonton.
Yeah.
We said that would only happen if the Panthers got to Stuart Skinner, gave up 5 goals, got pulled. So, do we see Skinner back in net starting game 4?
I'll come out and say I think he should. I think if you look at the goals, can you really blame Stuart Skinner for them? Let's go 1 through 5. He gave up the first one from Martian. I mean, his positioning on that wasn't that good, but the puck's bouncing loose out in front of the net. The Oiler defense didn't get to it. Pops out Martian, goes between the legs of one of the defenders. The puck goes through one of the legs. Tough one for Skinner there. Then Verhage absolutely snipes one. Reinhart puts one through the defender's legs. Another beautiful shot. Nothing he could do on the Ekblad one. And then, the Bennett one. I mean, that was just what a move that
Yeah,
was on
I
his
mean,
breakaway.
yeah.
So I
Yeah,
wouldn't blame Skinner on any of the goals. So I don't think he should be pulled yet. I think it was more just they wanted to see what Calvin Pickard had, getting him in the game. He hasn't played in a while. Give Skinner some rest. Stewart, I would say Stu's got to be back in there.
I completely agree. I think Skinner, he's got to be back. I mean, great game 1 and 2, hung right with Bob. I mean, it's and when you can hang with Bob, you had a good game. So
How about this? We get another three-way agreement. I concur. I think we see Stuart Skinner back.
second
Does
time in
it?
history.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often,
No.
especially we definitely don't see eye to eye on many moves. But hey, we take the wins when we get it. Big win
Absolutely.
tonight. How can we disagree? 3 Panthers fans, 6-1 game. We're all happy. We're in good
Absolutely.
And
moods tonight.
a lot of it's you two disagreeing and me just picking what side I think is more valid there.
I win most of the time.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who shouldn't be in the
See?
rafters? Go ahead, say it on this podcast. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, go
We,
ahead.
we we won't go there. We'll
Okay.
No one would ever listen to a take he gives ever again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna come out. We just gotta save it. We just gotta save it.
Oh,
We'll
by
get
the
there.
way,
Don't worry.
not bringing up the person or anything, not like we were talking about him. Kachuk 4 shots on goal and a point.
Yeah.
Improvement from last game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I thought that we needed more from our big four, meaning Verhage, Barkov, Reinhart, and Kachuk. And yeah, their best game of the series. Verhage was really good. Reinhart, I think that was a huge game for his confidence because
Yeah.
he looked a little lost in the offensive zone last couple of games. But that right there, I mean, once again, that pass to Ekblad was beautiful. So, and yeah, that Barkov played his best game, and then Kachuk was good, and he got his nose in there getting under Edmonton's skin, which we love from him.
Little off topic, off this game, but we hear Toronto's big four. Is Toronto's big four better than our big four?
I think they're more skilled. I think they're more skilled offensive players, but the reason that you look at Toronto and you're always like, why aren't these players doing anything? Because a lot of them don't have many other things to their game besides scoring, making plays. Alexander Barkov, we could care less if he scores. He's the best defensive player in the world, the best offensive defenseman in the world. Kachuk's one of the most physical players in the league, and then Reinhardt and Verhage do their thing. But when you got Mitch Marner, William Nylander, John Tavares, Austin Matthews, at the money that they make, and they don't impact the game really besides scoring goals, they're not scoring goals in the playoffs, you're in trouble. And they were. And they have been for years.
I agree totally. That's it.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
Wow. How about that?
I can't say anything he said at all, besides the fact that Matthews can't get it done versus the Cats.
No.
No.
One thing you got to give them credit for is their golf game is getting a lot better.
Oh man.
Our blizzard eating game is getting better. That's what we hear.
Boy, I'm gonna get fat, anyway.
Boy. So we're gonna keep this one on a little shorter side. I mean, great game. Not many negatives to talk about. Let's go to game 4. We got to keep this momentum up. I think the home crowd's going to come out rocking. I don't expect Edmonton to come out looking to fight. That's not what I'm thinking on this game. Will it happen? Maybe. I'm not saying it's out. If we get to them again, it's actually very possible. But coming out of the game, I think Edmonton is a little more disciplined. They want to get one on the road. Give me your game 4 prediction on that.
I think that they're going to go in the locker room, and I think McDavid and Draisaitl are going to chew them out. And I think that it will not be a similar game at all. And I think that you're going to see them lock back in offensively and defensively. But I think we have enough voices in our locker room that we can shake off this win and go, okay, let's go back and get another one now. I think we're gonna see, I think this is an abnormal game. I think you're gonna see more of what we saw in game one and two, hopefully not overtime. But, I think you're gonna see more of that style of play, back and forth, dogfight, like it has been. So it's gonna be a closer game for sure.
Yeah. I think, look, I think having 2 days off for Edmonton is very big. I think they need a complete reset after what we just saw in that third period. They need to, get with each other off the ice and figure this thing out.
I get a Dairy Queen.
Good place to do it there in South Florida. So maybe not, don't go to the beach, but do something where they just reset. McDavid is, he's gonna get his word in, and Coach Knobloch is gonna get his word in. They need a complete reset. Game four, the Panthers. That first period in game four is going to be very important because I expect a huge push from Edmonton and what they're going to feel like is a bounce back game. So defend that, overcome the first period, see how the game gets late, and play the Florida Panthers third period hockey. We talked about how Paul Maurice was going into the series 31-0, leading after any period since he's been the Panthers head coach. So as long as we defend that first period, obviously, it's different record now after that game one, but make sure we get it done. Defend their push in the first, and then lock it down in the third, like we always do.
So give me score prediction and goal score.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a closing statement, by the way. I'm gonna go, man, I think, dude, it's gonna be like 3-2. I think we come out and I think we win again on our home turf for sure. I think 3-2, we take it, and I'm gonna go with, well, I got all the pressure on me, I already got one right, so
I have all the pressure. I haven't gotten anything.
well, I got to go back to
You
back here. But dude, I've been saying it. It's gonna be Chucky, bro. Chucky.
He's riding the Kachuk train.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so I do think Edmonton's going to come out strong and maybe get the first one. I think the scoring will go a little bit, back to the game one, game two. You guys are big haters on overtime, but that's exciting hockey to me. I love me some overtime.
My heart
But
can't take it, man. My heart can't take it.
yeah. I'm not gonna say overtime, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 1 goal, 2 goal game. So I think it gets back to, not we're not that tonight was a little bit of an anomaly. We're not gonna see that. So I'm gonna go 4-3. And for the goal scorer, we get, the Panthers' best scoring team in the playoffs by defense this year. What defenseman will it be in game four? Big Gustav Forsling gets one done, gets one from the point. Little Forsling snipe action.
Maybe get a Skinner screen in front and
Yeah.
finds the
Hopefully
back of the net.
Chucky's out there screening them, and bang, Gustav
Maybe he'll
Forsling.
even get a deflection,
Yeah,
and then I'll be right.
exactly.
I'm gonna go low scoring. I think both goalies. I think Skinner with that pull, he resets. I think Bob resets. I'm gonna go 2-1 game in our favor. And give me Anton Lundell. I know I've been hot on this third line.
Yeah.
How could you not be?
So let me I went Luostarinen.
Close.
Didn't give it to me, but we were close. So let's just switch it over. Let's go to the center,
Yeah.
Anton Lundell.
Hey, I went Mikkola. I went really outside the box here with the guy that's not too known for his offensive skill. But hey, gotta say, it wasn't right. But Nico Mikko got a primary
game.
assist
Oh,
on a
yeah.
power play there. On that pass to Rodriguez, and nice shot by Erod.
Yeah.
So we'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
I like
Sure.
our spread. We got, what'd you 2-3, 3-4, and what was it?
Yeah,
That
we
was
got
on
it
it,
all
and
covered.
then-
4-3, 2-1, 3-2.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got it covered.
So yeah, we're expecting it to be a little tight like the
Right.
first two.
It's not going to be a blowout. Why? We come back.
It wouldn't be the first time we've been wrong, but
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord knows it.
Nah, I think we're good on this one. So at the end of last episode, I told you guys start thinking
Oh,
about
no.
your Conn Smythe prediction. Any thought
Yeah.
you guys have put into it, or you just
Well, yeah. Well, I think there's two options for each team. I think if the Oilers win it, it's going to be one of McDavid or Draisaitl, which one ever has more production in the last 4 games of the series, or whatever it is. For the Panthers, it comes down to two guys. It's either Sam Bennett for how good he's been at scoring goals, and 14 goals this postseason. That's just wow. You thought Reinhart and Verhaeghe scored a lot last year with, I think, 11 for Verhaeghe, 10 for Reinhart. You thought Kachuk scored a lot in 2023, because he owns the Carolina Hurricanes, but
Hmm.
14 for Sam Bennett. And then the only other option for us is Sergei Bobrovsky, who's just been a wall in the net. He's been so consistent this postseason where it's like, it's not always the shutout, but he's had 3. But it's just those keeping it to 2 goals a game. His average is like 2.2. So on a
wait,
prediction, yeah.
timeout? You said the only two options are Sam Bennett and Sergei Bobrovsky?
For Colin Smythe, because it's what you do for over the,
Wow.
like, you're thinking Marchand.
Okay. No, I'm not thinking anybody. I'm just saying, I mean, our team's been really good.
No, yeah, but because no one, I don't think anyone's gonna pass the production of those two guys for what they've done. And we look at last year, Connor McDavid won the Conn Smythe, and he didn't even win the series. So it's really, to me, it's between those two. Right now, I think because of what he's done without the puck, and he's a big storyline for how he gets inside the other team's head. And it's 14 goals right now. I'd say it's Bennett.
Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, and I also agree with the two of them. I mean, everybody on our team's been great, but those two, I mean, they're just standing out. I mean,
So before I give you mine, do you think that if Edmonton wins, I mean, we saw last year, we win the cup, Connor McDavid wins Conn Smythe. Does the winning team, does a player on the winning team win the Conn Smythe, or do we see like last year to where a player on the other team wins the Conn Smythe?
I think that well, no, yeah, no. The short answer is no. If we win, we have Conn Smythe, representatives for a lack of a better term, for sure. I mean, leading leading the playoffs in goals really really moves me. I think it should move everybody. And Bob's Bob, so it's the consistency level is unbelievable.
Yeah, I think if Edmonton wins, there's no chance a Florida Panther takes it. But look, it's because of what the award technically is what you've done over the whole playoffs, not just Finals MVP. Like, at the end of the day, it's possible that if we were to win, the Oilers do it because McDavid has 31 points and our top guy is Bennett with 20. So look, it's an 11-point difference. Even Draisaitl has 9. So, or 29 more points than Bennett. He has 29 points. So it's possible, but I don't think that. Yeah, man, look, I wouldn't be mad because that would mean we won the Stanley Cup, but I really would hope that they would give it to a Panther this year.
All right. You guys aren't ready for this. Strap in.
God.
Nate Schmidt, Conn Smythe winner. No reply.
All right, now
just
now
just
now
a
have,
stare.
now have
Are
a
we?
serious
Are
stroke.
we? Is that like for real, or you're just messing around?
Are you running a troll account
No,
or?
hey, Nate
I
Schmidt.
love him, dude. I
Let's give
love
him
him.
his credit.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
saw a stat. He has 5 assists this Stanley Cup, and he's tied with Connor McDavid for most in the series. So hey, your name's with Connor McDavid. We'll take it.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
look,
Yeah,
once
no.
again, it's a playoff MVP and not a Stanley Cup MVP.
Yeah,
Stanley Cup Final.
realistically, my original thought was I think if we go to 6 or 7 games like we think it's going to go, I don't think Bob wins it, just in the fact that that means that Edmonton wins another game, scores some goals.
Yeah.
I think if it goes 5, which is where we are. Can't go 4. If it goes 5, I think Bob wins it. If we go 6 or 7 and we're on the winning side, I I think I got to go Sam Bennett. But I don't think that Brad Marchand should be just easily looked over. Like I think that's definitely next in line.
Yeah.
He's next in line. I mean, I'm not looking over. I'm gonna take a look. You know what I mean? A quick glance, but then I'll turn back to Bennett because, I mean, you know,
It's yeah, it's
it's a
not that I
quick
don't think
glance.
he's worthy of it. It's just that there's not really a way of explaining how he should win it over Bennett or Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless he unless he keeps going and puts up a hat trick or something. Let's see, we still got some
Yeah.
games left. I mean,
Yeah.
look, he's got 4 goals in 3 games.
yeah.
And if someone told me that Brad Marchand was gonna have 4 goals and 3 in the Stanley Cup this year, I would have been pretty pissed that the Boston Bruins are in the Stanley Cup, but he's a Florida Panther.
Yeah, this is
Oh my
it's only
goodness.
after game 3. This is our game 3 predictions. We can revisit this. Game 4 Thursday. Big game, need to keep the momentum. We will be back for a game 4 recap. For Joe Damer, Austin Wiseman, I'm Nathan Bray. Let's go Cats.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, Cats.
Banner Kane sucks.